Hey, welcome to the Duel Opposites channel. It's Ben here as usual, and today I am here with
Taj.
He's a friend and a co-worker, and we decided that we were going to give the podcast another shot. We haven't tried this, me and my buddy Jason haven't tried this since like 2021.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's been a long ass time. Whenever we first tried it, we were back in our trailer. Our trailer has like no walls whatsoever. The floor is all fucked up, so the audio is just terrible.
Trash, man.
Yeah, and on top of that, we were trying to live stream it, so we kept getting hit with like giant ass lag spikes.
Oh god.
So yeah, that was a whole mess. But we actually have a pretty decent theme picked out for today. I figured we were gonna go simple. We were gonna go our top video games of all time. That seems like a pretty simple one to go with. Do you want to start? Or do you want me to?
I'll let you start.
All right. So the first video game that I decided to put on my list. It's relatively recent. Elden Ring is probably my favorite fucking game of all time. So you've played a little bit of Elden Ring.
No,
a little bit. Attempting to play a little bit.
Attempting to play.
Yeah, we ran into we were playing it a little bit in the office, and we were hitting you with the like 4 frames a second kind of lag spikes on your computer.
I have a dog shit computer.
and that's fine, but we need to get you another one. We were trying to do the seamless co-op mod.
Right.
But Elden Ring is definitely my favorite. I must have completed the fucking thing like 18 times.
That sounds about appropriate.
Platinum trophied it on like 3 different platforms, including Xbox and PlayStation.
Right now.
I've played a little bit too much of it. What is your opinion on Elden Ring? From what you've played a little bit.
It really seems fun. It really does seem fun when you have a good computer, right? When you don't
whenever your fucking computer can handle it.
Whenever it can handle it. When it can't, it's a little bit less than stellar. I mean, the game still works for the most part. Sometimes your horse disappears and you're running on nothing.
Your dude just looks like he's dry humping the air as he's going down the way.
Dry humping the air at like 45 miles per hour, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's fucking crazy. Whenever you first saw the gameplay, I think me and Cole were trying to beat Rykard, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
You're like, this is fucking crazy, because we're both just dodging the flaming skull attack from Rykard.
Yeah. I did not realize that frame dodging was such an important thing in the game till...
It's pretty similar to, like, the frame specificness is pretty similar to, like, Brawlhalla, I'd say. Where you have to be basically pixel perfect or you're going to get smacked the fuck out of you.
Yeah, for real.
Alrighty, so you want to go ahead and sling a game on the list?
Alright, and, perfect segue, Brawlhalla. I love that game to death. I just enjoy...
I don't know how to spell it, so I'm just going to say Brawlhalla.
Yeah. Brawlhalla. Yeah, we'll call it Brawlhalla. Oh god, hollering out, But, yeah, man, the game, I had a friend he put me on. It was actually some years ago when it first came out. I bought it, and then I never played it till, I guess I recently started getting into, the whole gaming scene and whatnot. And it was
when it first came out, did it cost money or was it always free?
I can't even remember, honestly. It's been, like, years.
Because I only remember seeing it whenever I first got my PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And I couldn't afford any fucking games for it yet.
So
I was just looking in the free section. And I was like, oh, okay, fuck it. We'll pick up Brawlhalla. Why not?
Yeah. So I mean, I just never really played it until recently, and then I was like, well, I actually really like the game. It's kind of like a bootleg Smash. That's what everybody calls it.
That point gets under your skin a little bit.
A little bit, but I mean, it is really similar in game mechanics to the Super Smash Bros. Without grabbing, But yeah.
But you're what ranks?
I'm gold now. But
that's right.
I'm back into silver.
You were gold. That's
I was gold. Right? I have the gold emblem. I have the gold borders. But
that's a fucking win.
It was a win till it wasn't, and I got knocked back down because some motherfuckers would try hard and they had a gun to their head. while playing the game. You always get that one person.
Sweat lords.
Yeah, sweat lords. He's fucking drowning on the other side, fucking PC underwater, mashing. But it is what it is.
How many hours you got logged into that thing?
Oh, fuck. At this point, it's a shit ton. It's almost, I think it's almost to 1,000 at this point.
Holy fucking Christ.
I've been cooling off on it recently. I've been playing other games. But before I get into that, I'll let Ben, shoot his other.
Okay, so my next game, I think I have to go with Infamous 2. Have you ever heard of Infamous 2?
No, I actually have not.
So, Infamous 2 is a open world game. It's like a superhero game. Your character has electricity powers, so he can shoot electricity, and whenever he needs to shoot more, he can absorb it. But the whole idea of the game is you can choose to be a hero or a villain. So the more people you massacre, the more towards the villain side you go, and you get more explosive powers. Whereas if you go more to the hero side, you get more precision powers, like sniper shots and things like that. Being the villain is always the most fun, though, because you just get to be a fucking maniac.
I mean, let's be real, the villain is always cooler,
Yeah. Like, your character's appearance, personality, dialogue, all that shit will change depending on how you've been playing the game.
Okay.
So you can go on GTA style, just mow downs of everybody. Just completely wipe out people.
Oh, God. Genocide is always an option.
No, one of the villain choices in the game. I don't know if you're ever gonna play it, but I bet you'd probably forget about this mission. You basically load up a tram with explosives and drive it into a police station.
Oh fuck!
It's like, yeah, we could cause a distraction by ramming this tram into the police station.
That's a little bit more than a distraction.
the person who's trying to tell you to be a good guy is like, but that would incinerate all the inmates. And you're like, worth it. It's all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah, that's a little bit on the fucked up side.
It's super fun though. They have one of those mission creators, so you can literally go through and place enemies where you want them and put a story to your own level design. Okay. And I've just got a metric fuck ton of hours into that game.
Alright. I mean, that does sound pretty fun though.
If you like Grand Theft Auto, you'd probably like Infamous 2.
Yeah. I do really love Grand Theft Auto, and that was the game I've been playing as of recently, GTA 5. Who doesn't love GTA 5? I mean, most people grew up on the shit,
I'm still debating on whether or not to put it on this list.
I mean...
It's definitely my... GTA 5 is definitely my top 10, right. But I don't know if I want to put it in my top 5.
And that's fair, I just find it, it's like one of the, first games to really dive into the open free world, do what the fuck you want type mechanics. You can interact with almost everything.
You can gamble, rob, race. There's just so much activity.
Except be a decent person.
No, you could do that.
Well, you can, but it's so much harder. If you thought playing the game on hard mode, doing missions on hard mode was hard, try to do it without breaking crimes.
Try to be a good person. I fucking dare you.
Yeah, I dare you, and you would really think, oh shit, that's almost damn near impossible.
Me and my godfather Kyle, we tried to do. I'm pretty sure I've told you this story before, but we tried to do a cross-country trip in fucking
Yes, you have.
We started on one end of the map, and we had big ass trailer trucks that were filled with goods, and we were like, all right, we're gonna follow the speed limit. We're gonna take all the turns properly, and we were gonna end in the city. So we started up in Polito Bay or some shit.
Right.
And then we started taking our trucks down, and then right before we got where we were going, trying to get to, turn a corner, there's a fucking tank, blows us both up. That's the end of the challenge.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's insane. Try to do anything in GTA. Try to resupply your business, anything in online. GTA Online is just filled with menaces.
Fuck you up.
Okay, menaces to society, and then God forbid you get put in a bad sport lobby.
Oh Jesus.
Oh God.
PC is really bad with hackers, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful.
It's crazy.
It's gotten a little better, in the past, I'd say 4 months. But before that, They were trolling with the RC cars.
I think I walked in on you playing one day, and somebody had turned their car into the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah, that was, bro. This is fucking insane. Fucking driving by and trying to resupply your fucking businesses, and then you just see this Loch Ness monster beelining in the sky. Like, what the fuck is going on? That's what this game has become on PC, for real.
It sounds like a fucking mess. Alright, what are you slinging next on your side of the list?
Alright, on my side of the list, I mean, besides GTA.
I mean, if you want to sling GTA on there.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
GTA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and sling that on here really quick. I'm not sure if we're going to want to put them in any order past this, but right now they're just kind of going onto the list.
Right. Except for another game, it'd have to be when I was, like, way younger.
Okay.
So, it's a game called Sonic Rush. And it's just nostalgic as shit. It's on the DS. Oh my god.
Dude, I think I've only fucking played Sonic Colors.
Yeah, you see it. Like, everybody has had Sonic Colors, but nobody knows about Sonic Rush. And it's just like a diamond in the rough. It's so good.
Is it much different from Sonic Colors? Because Sonic Colors kind of backtracked from the 3D platforming of like Sonic 06 and Sonic Unleashed.
Right.
It went back to the traditional.
And that's what Sonic Rush was. It was
it also does
2D.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was, the boss fights were dope as shit. It's.
When the fuck did that come out?
Dude,
like a long ass time ago?
Dude, my cousin, crazy story, my cousin lived in New York, and he gave me the game when I was I think 6 or 7.
I'm doing a really quick Google search.
My game's
2005!
That's what I'm saying, he gave me the game when I was 6 or 7, so I was 2008, 2009, and it was just
damn.
golly, you know what I mean,
I've seen the cover art for it, but I've never played it myself.
Yeah, you can play as either Sonic or Blaze, and it's just it was a good game. I remember spending hours upon hours on that thing, grinding out.
I had a friend in elementary school who was a super die-hard Sonic fan. So whenever you'd go into his house, he had plushies and comforters, and he had the posters up on the wall, and underneath it he had a loft bed, so he had a desk underneath it, and it was just Sonic memorabilia on that bitch. He must have logged 700 hours into Sonic 06.
Oh shit.
which tells you how much of a fan he was, because Sonic 06 was fucking garbage.
It was trash. But 700 hours? Jesus.
Can you imagine playing 700 hours of fucking Sonic 06? Make me want to pull my goddamn hair out.
After an hour and a half, I'm kind of just let's just rest this down and
I've
not look at it again for a while.
It took me 3 weeks to get to the campaign, which is only a 4 hours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's a really short period.
The checkpoints in it were really bad though.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to do a quarter of the mission over again if you fucking died at the wrong spot.
It's literally
that's
just
why,
in
that's
the
why it
most
took me
weird
so
places.
fucking long to reset every goddamn time.
Yeah, it's one of those games that got that sharp learning curve. If you just fuck up a little bit and die, it's you start all the way over and it's
oh my god. Making me want to pull my hair out.
Right. Shoot. I mean, if you want to shoot for another game.
Alright, so next one, I'm gonna have to go with Dead Space 2.
Dead Space 2. See, I've heard a lot of Dead Space. I've actually never played.
It is fantastic. The second one is particularly my favorite. They just released the, not the remaster, but a remake of the original Dead Space.
So the first one.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be fantastic too.
Okay.
But the whole sci-fi zombie genre is really fucking fun in that game. And there's several sequences where you actually feel like Iron Man, because when you're in the zero gravity sections,
right.
He just fires shit out of his armor
to
to move around in zero gravity space.
Okay.
And all the guns are super unique. The gore and the disembodiment
right.
of creatures.
I've seen that.
I think there's something 167 different death animations depending on how the creature swipes at you, what part of your body he hits, if you've been grappled, that kind of thing. They have a hardcore mode in that where you only get like 3 saves across the entire game.
Are you real?
Yeah, it's like it's hardest difficulty enemy, and you only get 3 saves, and it is fucking brutal.
Yeah, imagine you're on your fucking last save and you're like almost there and you die to just some obscure thing.
Dude, it fucking sucked. Truthfully. I tried doing it on console, and that shit's nearly impossible just because of how much difficult it can be to aim with the analog sticks. It's like on the... You're not supposed to use a shit ton of your ammo when you're doing that hardcore mode. You're supposed to pick up objects and throw them.
Oh, shit.
Because you have like a telekinesis ability where you can pick up sharp objects and then fling them at the necromorphs.
Right.
Yeah, good fucking luck doing that with a goddamn controller.
Yeah, that shit going everywhere, but where you want to hit.
Yeah, it's going everywhere except where you want it to go. It also had a PvP mode, which not a lot of fucking people played.
PvP in Dead Space?
Yeah, there's like 4 people playing as like, your standard survivor dude with a gun, and then the other 4 were playing as like 6 different necromorphs.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, it was fantastic. A lot of the attacks in the necromorph mode, they were basically just windmilling their arms to it, like they were just rapidly swinging that shit around.
It's like a helicopter attack.
Yeah, it did work too. And whenever you died, the longer you spent waiting in the respawn, the better necromorph you could pick. Okay,
so it's kind of like a not to say like a rank up thing almost.
It's more like, I think the missions were only 3 or 4 minutes long.
Oh, okay.
And it took 10 seconds of respawn time if you wanted the best necromorph. So that time adds up over the course of a mission. So if you want to play as that character like every time and you die a bunch, that's 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds out of the time you can use to try and kill them, waiting on the best version of it.
Okay.
Sorry, I keep kicking the table. I can't wait to edit that out. That'll be great.
Oh, God.
Alright, next on your list.
Next on my list, let's see here. I was thinking about it. You see, I wanted to put Super Smash Bros. On here, and it's a really good game, but I was thinking about this other game. I'm trying to think exactly what it was. Fuck.
Is it another of those like brawl style ones?
No, it was. I was thinking about it. It was in my mind to say, oh yeah, that was a great game that I love to play, but
now you can't fucking think
of it. And
now
I just can't think of it. Man. Shoot. Come back to me, dude.
I'll go ahead and sling mine on there. The Binding of Isaac.
The
Binding of Isaac is probably
actually really fun.
I'm just gonna put the fucking abbreviation because I don't want to spell all that shit.
Oh, that's fair.
I have the most amount of hours in that game.
Shit.
Like, my computer has a terrible job of tracking my hours on it. Right now it says I have like 100 and something. Right. But I've put at least 3,000 hours.
Oh, fuck!
The Binding of Isaac.
3,000 hours?
I've put so much fucking time into the Binding of Isaac.
Oh, God.
Whenever I was doing training for work, I brought my laptop. And so I had those long strips of the day where I was stuck in like the hotel with nothing to do except play Binding of Isaac.
And I'll have you guys know, Ben is a complete monster at that game because me and him tried to do it, a little multiplayer co-op thing.
That's right, we did do the true co-op mod, didn't we?
Yeah, and that, I was dying, but Ben, with his special setup thing, he just
I haven't played too much of it since they released like the newest update because they changed 2,000 items to do something completely different.
2,000?
Yeah, 2,000 of the items in the game have been like completely reworked. So before I could walk into a room and I could go, okay, yeah, that's better than this thing,
and now I'll grab this.
And now it's like, I don't know what any of this fucking shit does.
Oh shit, it's a bunch of relearning. That's always great.
Which is why I haven't put too much time into it lately, because I don't like having to relearn something that I spent thousands of hours learning in the first place.
Right, that makes sense. Oh, I remember the game now.
Alright, go ahead and shoot.
Alright, it's Super Mario Bros. I think it's 2, Super Mario Bros. 2. That And it wasn't actually the gameplay of the single player, but it was actually the multiplayer.
What console was that on?
This was on DS or DSi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was a DS game?
Yeah. And it would be because you'd need two, DSs to have the multiplayer work. But when you did, man,
I never got the fucking multiplayer to work. Like on a DS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Growing up, we had. Alright, let's go to the childhood sequence here real quick. Growing up, we couldn't like buy a shit ton of games, right. So I just stole them.
Oh God, you fucking menace!
Because in like, I don't know what your school was like, but you'd have those people who were doing like a gaming circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just accidentally kick someone's binder and their game would go flying. They wouldn't notice, and then I'd have a new game to play.
Oh my God, man! You were the menace. You're the menace.
So like, I couldn't fucking play multiplayer games because they'd be like, "Hey, I just got this game," and they'd be like, the game that I just lost." I was like, "Oh shit."
I don't even think about that.
I've been found out. Fuck.
I've been found out. Shit, man. You're just bringing back some core memories right now. Yeah. Jesus Christ, yeah. I got all of my games jacked from me one day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did we go to the same school?
Yeah, but no, we did not go to the same school. We were thousands of miles apart. So I have full faith, 99.999%, it was not Bet.
Fucking fly out there just to mug you for when you.
I mean, granted, I literally had the DS pouch, and that bitch was filled with like years of collecting games. And
whole pouch gone, or just something?
Whole pouch. They were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna.
So this is gonna seem out of nowhere. Was one of them Hannah Montana?
No, I did not have Hannah Montana.
I stole a game pouch with Hannah Montana in it. Fuck. so prospectively, that's.
Yeah, I did not own Hannah Montana, but I owned a lot of Mario games, and this was the time when the 3DS had just released too. So I had like 3DS games in there, DS games mixed in there. So it was kind of just like a bunch of different games, like Mario Dream Team.
I never owned a 3DS. That shit come with glasses.
No, it's actually the screen itself. I guess it dropped in like a 3D filter
or some shit.
Yeah, and then it would literally turn. You see, if I still had my 3DS, it would be so much easier to just show you. But it literally changes the perception of the screen.
Oh, okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird when you first see it, and then you get pretty used to it. I prefer to play without it, but some games require you to have it on.
I don't think I've ever seen a form of 3D media, whether it be in video games or movies, that I liked.
Yeah, I mean,
that shit gives you a headache after a while.
Yeah, you playing that at 2 a.m. for several hours at 3D. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing some fucking stars when you wake up.
You're gonna have a goddamn migraine.
But yeah, man, Mario Bros, dude, it was so competitive because when you get two people that can play, oh fuck, that game, it's like tag. It was like tag almost.
That's Super Mario Bros. Fucking. That's the side-scrolling one where you have to get to the flag across the world, right?
But when you play multiplayer, the objective is to get the most stars, and to do that, you'd have to reach a flag, but you have to be holding a star. But then, your goal is to knock the other person down and take all of their fucking stars.
It sounds like some Mario Party shit.
Yeah, but it was fucking great, or who has the most stars at the end of the time allotted. And they just, keep giving them out, but you have to steal them.
I think the only Mario game that I ever owned was Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, where Bowser fucking eats you.
Yeah.
And then you have to try and escape through his intestines.
Yeah, that's Mario Dream Team. That was the one. But there's a 3D version of it for 3DS. And that was the really fun one I liked that one a lot. But
I never really
got fucking jacked!
I never really got into Nintendo games for the most part. None of their IPs really jumped out at me, especially not Mario for the most part. I know they're fun, but a lot of them feel a bit too similar.
Yeah, after
how many
Super
times
Mario
can I see
Bros.
Peach get fucking kidnapped? You stupid.
Oh, he's bringing up that. Shit. Who's the Mad Mario?
Yeah. You stupid bitch.
Fucking stupid bitch.
You think I don't have other things to do?
I'm a fucking plumber. Shit. Oh god. All right. I think if you want to shoot your last one here.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go with Age of Empires 4.
Age of Empires. Up here you talk about the game a lot.
Oh yeah. There's a whole reason we haven't been doing any like live videos on our YouTube channel lately, and that's because recently we got Jason, our usual guy. We got him a gaming laptop, and we bought him Age of Empires.
Oh shit!
So we've been dumping hours into Age of Empires. We've been fucking Jerry working overtime on that.
Jerry working overtime. Oh god!
Just to get something onto the channel.
I mean, hey man, do what you gotta do.
You played any Age of Empires games?
I have not, but I've heard a lot of them.
It's one of those real-time strategy war games. I'm trying to think of how I would best describe this. We play with excuse me, army expansions, where we can have like 500, 600, 700 troops.
Damn.
Just cluster fucking in the middle. And remember that I showed you a clip
you
of
showed
the nest
me
of bees, where it just sounds like a shit ton of fireworks going off all at once.
Just murked. It was literally like what 150 troop difference.
Yeah, it was a 200 men at arms versus 50 nest of bees. And the nest of bees just wiped them out. Obliterated them.
How much they lose? Like 3 or 4? It's like
something like that.
It's
not enough to be significant.
Everybody else.
Honestly, the nest of bees, they just have so much splash damage.
Yes.
And they fire a bunch of rockets all at once.
Shit.
But the Age of Empires series is known for having like stupid fucking cheats. So you could spawn in a Corvette with machine guns. Yeah, dude, you can start driving that shit around and just mowing down enemy troops with fucking bow and arrows.
Oh my god. That's actually insane. You fucking go to play somebody, you just see them pull up a line of Corvettes.
It's fucking dumb. It's really fucking dumb.
God.
Been playing the Age of Empires series since 2.
Oh, okay, so
Which
you are a veteran. I assume.
Yeah, I've been playing a fuck ton of Age of Empires, but I suck at it. Is the thing, because like one of the big strategies in an Age of Empires game is to rush early. So you have to go like economy, build up to being able to make a military, and then stronger military. That's basically the power. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing a graph motion with my hand.
Like linear type thing, or
God damn it, it's the order of operations.
Oh, okay, so like kind of like a pecking order type.
Yeah, so it's usually economy, starting military, economy, stronger military. That's a good way to think about it.
All right.
I always obliterate it in the economy department, but I can't ever get an army built.
That's.
Unless we're playing just with friends, or we're doing like a temporary treaty.
Right. Then you have time to.
Yeah. Then I have time to get my shit set up.
Right.
But I'll usually end the game with like max food and gold.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, motherfuckers gotta eat, and motherfuckers gotta pay for shit.
That probably doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but food and gold are the two things you need to make troops most of the time.
Ah, okay.
So having near full on those is super fucking important.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, after this podcast, I'll probably show you how to play a game or two.
Oh, hey,
if you're interested.
I'm down for it.
I do gotta make a stop at Walmart too, though.
Yeah. I need some lunch at home.
Yeah.
Still got your meatballs. I
Okay,
ate half of them.
You can't just
wait.
spaghetti and
Wait, spaghetti and meatballs, people, not.
You still got your meatballs. Sounds terrible.
Oh god.
We did dinner the other day, and he still has leftover spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, we gotta clarify here.
Jerry, edit that out.
Clip. I mean. All right, let's see. Last one. Thinking about it, I played a shit ton of Forza.
Forza?
Driving you.
Oh god. hear they
Forza Horizon 5.
I'm just gonna put Forza H.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spell it out.
That's fair. I love that game so much just because I am a little bit of a car person. You know, I love cars. I love modifying cars. All things about cars.
I fucking suck at racing games.
You know,
nothing makes me want to twist my controller in half more than a racing game.
Well, it wasn't really the racing for me. It was more of just the free roam driving perspective. I get to modify a car to my liking. You know, dress it up, make it look nice, put whatever engine I want, you know, along when I have enough money. And then drive it around a fucking massive map, you know. And it was just therapeutic. It was fun.
Is there like other shit to do besides just like in the world?
Because
shit like you know, there's usually side missions or activities you can do.
Well, yeah. I mean, so there's kind of like a story, but not really like a story. It's like you can find abandoned cars with like using the car that you made or whatever, and you know, well, depending on where it is, sometimes they have you switch into like an off-road vehicle. But, you know, there is kind of like a little stories where like, oh, okay, now you got to go here, or you got to go do this, and then you go get this car, and then they fix it for you, and then you can modify it, sell it.
You get to sell it or keep it.
Yeah, you know. But, I mean, for the most part, it really is just free roam driving and then racing.
Makes sense.
You know.
I just guess that's not really my cup of tea.
Right.
Because a good majority of the games on my list have either been open world with, you know, a good amount of shit to do, or something that's really fucking difficult to play.
Right, you know.
Because like the Binding of Isaac and the Soulsborne series are both known for their difficulty.
You take a minute to get used.
And I'm a huge fan of that. I love that difficulty curve.
Yeah, Forza isn't hard. I mean, there's some people who go to the extreme and literally have the full fucking driving setup. They got like e-brake, you know, manual,
they get like
clutch,
the big ass gaming setup things.
Yeah, and they could just like, they actually like driving in there. Sometimes they got like the screen in front of them, like an actual car. It's insane.
There's some guy who keeps streaming on Twitch where he modifies his gaming setup to be as realistic to whatever he's trying to do.
Yeah.
It's like he was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and he had got like a saddle and hooked it up to a device so when he's riding a horse in game, it'll just fucking start bouncing him fucking up and down.
That's insane.
And he bought a hydro press arm to punch into.
For
like when
the
he's playing the first person
recoil and shit.
Yeah, it'll just like hit him in the fucking chest and shit.
I should have RPG, trying to let off an RPG recoil. Flies through like 3 fucking feet of drywall.
He did one where he was playing like the CS:GO series, and he had hooked up a bunch of floodlights to the top of his computer. So anytime he got flashbang, the floodlights would just crack on and blind him.
That's intense. I mean, dedication is admirable, but
that's a little much.
That's a little much. Yeah.
Doing that stupid shit will get you views, though.
I mean, it would, man.
Because it's interesting to see somebody fuck themselves up just for the sake of
like actually, you know. Because there are people who half-heart do it, and then there's people like him who just fucking go
whole hog,
full send.
Yeah. I cannot imagine that shit. Whenever you're, oh god, I want him to do a thing where he buys a small trailer, and then he plays a racing game. Anytime his car flips, they just flip the trailer.
We can just get one and just put it on hydraulics and just have it go.
Oh yeah, just the whole
jostling side to side.
It reminds me of that, that tank experience that I was telling you about.
Yeah, in Germany, right?
You have this weird German tank experience where you're basically in a modified version of a World War II tank, and you play through a combat scenario with like you and 4 other buddies, and when your tank gets damaged, it'll like turn on really small screens to make it look like there's holes in your tank. Whenever you fire off a rocket or whatever, the whole tank will just jolt. And they have a waiver you could sign for like the super realism mode.
Like, don't sue us.
Yeah, don't sue us. They'll like blast realistic sound effects inside of the tank whenever something like that happens. It's like, playing this experience may cause severe hearing loss.
No fucking shit, Sherlock. goddamn artillery going off inside the tank. God.
When they were first developing, because there's like this whole story on it, when they were first developing this tank experience, apparently they brought in like veterans
to fact check.
Yeah, that's what they did. They brought in veterans to let them know how realistic the experience was.
God.
They did the same thing with Saving Private Ryan, though.
Did they?
They brought like World War II veterans in for the early screening.
Oh my god.
There were so many calls to like the veteran hotline, like that day, that they crashed parts of it.
Come on, man.
And people who make like war experiences, they always go fuck with the veterans to try.
I understand that you want to make this as realistic as possible.
But holy fuck!
Come on, I mean, we love our veterans, man. They did so much for us. We don't need to traumatize them.
Yeah, there was like grizzled veterans who were like puking in the theater and crying and making calls. And that's not funny, but holy fuck, can you imagine being like the director and he's like, I have a perfect idea for who we should bring in to see this film.
This is one Vietnam vet just there, just like God, what is this shit?
There's a really crazy interview of a World War I veteran, I think, who trained the flamethrower.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that short on YouTube
He's just like, oh yeah, fucking nobody wanted to learn it because it's a fucked up thing to learn.
Yeah, it's also like banned.
Yeah, that's a war crime.
It's a war crime now,
for a reason.
I mean, yeah, like that shit. You see what those shits can do. It's fucking insane. It's like, oh yeah, it's just fire, but then the fire sticks to you because they do a mixture of diesel and gasoline.
You're incinerating somebody. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's one fucking horrible way to die. You don't die from the fire. You die from shock.
God, there's a doctor was talking about how you actually die in burning to death. Shock is one of the big ones, but another one is actually asphyxiation.
Oh shit, you can't fucking breathe.
Well, the way it works is, whenever you're lit on fire, it takes away the oxygen close to you, so you can't inhale.
Right.
And you just fucking suffocate. It's like part of it. So shock is one of them, but asphyxiation usually gets people quickly too.
Yeah, that's something that not a lot of people think about. Fire consumes a lot of
fire
oxygen.
consumes oxygen, especially close to you.
Yeah. Damn, that's fucking.
Listen, we ended this on a terrible note.
Yeah, I'm saying. Golly.
We might edit that out. Okay, well, I think this is probably a good stopping point for the first one. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know what to fucking do.
Like and subscribe, people!
Bye, guys.